Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of blackboarding every map in BTD6. Today we're on episode 45, and it's time to get snowy. I think 3 of the next 4 episodes are going to be on snowy maps, so get ready for some fun snow-themed hero skins and some fun snowy maps. We're going to start with Glacial Trail. This is episode 45. We're going to do another expert map. And something I realized when going through my expert maps, once I get the black border here, I'm going to be alternating silver borders and black borders. So we're going to go silver, black, silver, black, silver, black, black. But then silver, black, silver, black, silver, black. So other than Flooded Valley and Infernal, it's going to look like a checkerboard, which is pretty cool. Anyways, let's get into the chimps run, but beforehand, I'm going to show you guys what I did to be half cash. Alright, let's get into the run today. I know you want to start with a druid. I'm going to put him top left here. And then I want to put a dart monkey down. I think this is the spot. I'm not sure. I'm going to put him on last. And I actually don't know if that's the play. No, I'm going to put him on first. But this is enough to beat round 6. And, oop, I had auto start on. Alright. Doesn't matter, I'm playing round 7 out as well. And now I don't know the strat of what is needed to be able to beat. It's like 16. That's hard because that's when the dart monkey and the druid freeze. I can't remember what you're supposed to do for that. But can we beat round 9? No, because we're not gonna be able to beat round 10. Okay, I'm gonna get an ice monkey right here. And I think I'm gonna get permafrost. No. What am I gonna get? I can't get anything yet. But let's see if we can beat round 9. We are able to beat round 9. Okay, nice. That probably means we can beat round 10 because grouped blues, I mean the ice can slow them down. I'm trying to think, do I go for a 204? I probably will go for a 204. So I'm gonna go for permafrost on this ice tower at the top. And we chunked the blues enough to where we wouldn't die to them. And now the druid can help clean up. And in the middle of round 13, we should be able to get Silas. And then we'll be in a pretty good spot. Oh, a little bit close there, but we live. And with the ice monkey, the dart monkey, and the druid, we can get my boy Silas right up here on round 13. And the next thing is, at the end of round 14, see where we're at. And I think at round 15, the druid's gonna freeze, because I placed it before round 6. I can get another ice monkey right here. I think I will. Yeah, because these guys are gonna freeze, so that was good. And then I'm gonna get larger radius on this ice as soon as possible. Luckily with Silas, we do get the revolving icicles to buff that guy, so we're doing good. We have a 101 on the front ice monkey. I actually didn't even need the one in the back, but I will be using it later in the run, so that's all good. And then I need to be able to place the spike factory, I think on round 23. I'm going to place a spike factory. And I'm going to do the strategy that is probably the easiest to beat Glacial Trail. But that is a spike factory with permaspike, and then a middle path 5th tier druid, which is the Spirit of the Forest. And then, let's see, round 22 I'm going to use Silas's level 3 ability. And then before round 23, I'm going to put my spike factory down bottom right of this little area. And then that should leave me room up here. Well, I should probably use a small footprint tower. Up here and down here. Perfect. Since we have Silas and Spike Factory, we can beat the camo easy. And then I'm pretty sure the Spike Factory you want 205 for the lead detection. Alright, and so far we are surviving. Barely. So let's get these smart spikes for sure. I'll put them towards the back. And then I'm gonna get enhanced freeze on this ice monkey for sure, because this is either gonna be an icicles or an embrittlement. But I'm not sure which one yet. And then I'll get cold snap for round 28 because we need lead popping, even though Silas can pop leads. And I still am yet to get this Druid of the Jungle. I should probably do that soon. So let's do it at the end of round 28, and then I'll get the hard thorns as well. And yeah, our Druid just unthawed. We got about 5 more rounds with him, so we can kind of just chill for now. But I think now what I want to do is go for a 4th tier bottom path Spike Factory, go for the deadly spikes. So that is the goal. And then for round 33, we should be able to handle with the Ice Monkey and Silas. I'll use an early level 3 ability, but I think this is just going to be fine. I mean, it's white or yellow. Dude, if they made the color yellow be synonymous with the word white, I would never get the mix up. But for some reason I see white and I call it yellow. And I see yellow and I call it white. I don't know. But I'm gonna go for bigger stacks on the Spike Factory. So, and I also probably need to use a Silas ability because we got zebras and whites and stuff coming in that are dangerous. And I don't want to die to them. That would not be fun. So, for round 36, I'm going to get a 0-1-2 ice. And that should be enough to hold off. I'm going to use a level 3 and a level 7 because we just got level 7 Silas. And then I'm just going to save up for the deadly spikes as soon as possible. I don't need lead popping yet. Really the only reason I'm going to need the white hot spikes upgrade is for DDTs. So I'm not going to buy that upgrade just yet. That's $650 that I could spend elsewhere. But we should be able to get deadly spikes mid-round 38. As we do. And now we have a 0-1-4 Spike Factory. And we're building up a nice sized spike pile for round 40. Another thing I'd like to do for round 40 is get an acidic mixture dip alchemist. Because once he throws his buff on the Spike Factory, I think it stays permanently. I might be wrong. But we made it here to round 40. I'm going to use a level 3 Silas ability. This isn't going to do a ton of damage. And then whenever it makes its way down here, I'm going to use a Cascade. I think it works on the ice. But we've built up a big enough deadly spike pile where we can take out the entire Moab. And then right before round 41, I'm going to get the Berserker Brew for the deadly spikes. And then, what shall I do next? I think I want to go for 2 icicles. I want to go for 1 here and 1 here. If not, I might turn this guy into an Ice Shards and an Embrittlement. But this guy for sure wants to be a Cryo Cannon. So I'm going to get him up. And for round 42 and 43, we don't have Spike Factory. So I'm going to use a level 3 Silas at the beginning of the round, and then use a Cascade when I see a lot of balloons around his radius. And then we can keep on chugging along. Now that we have our Spike Factory back and cooking, we should be in the clear. Getting an Icicles on this Ice Monkey in the back is really good, because if any whites make their way through, the Icicles should be targeting something else before they get to, like if a white balloon is the first balloon that comes through this little tunnel, there's probably stuff following it, so even if the Icicles isn't able to hit it, it should soon be able to hit something after that it can pop, and then the Icicles will just take out the whites. I'm gonna use a level 3 Silas for round 46. I don't really think these abilities are necessary. But the next thing I want to do is get Jungle's Bounty on this Druid, and then I want to get Stronger Acid and Perishing Potions for the Spike Factory. Oh, but I kind of realized I put the Alchemist down at a pretty bad time. So the Spike Factory is gonna not be getting buffed for like 6 rounds, or 4 rounds out of 10. So that's my mistake. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me in the butt. Yeah, that's gonna be problematic on around like 98, but I can just put another Alchemist over here. And a village. I think I can fit a village. I think I can fit a village and an Alchemist. That should be the case. But now that I have this Jungle's Bounty, I think I'm gonna save up into the Permaspike. Here we go. Let's use level 3 Silas. And we actually pop the Moab before it hits the Spike Factory, which is good. And for the second Moab, we once again should be able to pop it. And now I'm going to start to save up into Permaspike. If we can get it before round 63, that would be perfect. And that being said, I'm going to use a Cascade ability for round 51 because we don't have a ton of camo popping power, but we have enough just in time for the Spike Factory to get cold. So I'm going to use a level 3 when the Moabs come out on 52. I want to conserve the spike pile because there's not a lot to it. But luckily round 53 is easy. And when we get to a good point where I think I can start stockpiling a bunch of money, I'll probably start speeding up the video. I'm going to use a Cascade ability. I think that used the Cascade for the Icicles. And then this Ice Monkey in the front, man, like I want to turn it into an Embrittlement, but I also want to turn it into an Icicles. I don't know, like it's probably not a good thing for it to be an Embrittlement because by the time everything hits the back, it's not debuffed anymore, so I think I'll get an Icicles. I think I'm gonna get the Icicles now. And then I'll start saving up. Now I'm gonna save up for the Permaspike completely. So the next round we'll probably struggle on is 63. So I'll see you guys then. Alright, crazy hot take. I have a feeling round 63 is actually going to be a piece of cake. Watch this. I'm going to use the Druid ability for the first wave of ceramics. And yeah, Icicles just absolutely destroys round 63 for like no reason. Look, that's the second wave of ceramics. Watch. Here's the third wave of ceramics. Gets nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. This thing is a ceramic popping machine. And then I'm going to use the level 10 ability for 54 with a well-timed Cascade, because we have a thin spike pile and a ton of Moabs, which we tend to struggle against. And it is getting to be close to time to get the Permaspike. I'm very excited. $4,000 away. And we should be able to get that, I would guess, at the end of round 66. That is just my guess, though. I'm going to use some abilities for 65. Just a Cascade and a level 3. And another level 3. And then I'm going to use a level 10 here. I mean, we're so close to affording the Permaspike, I don't want to ruin that. And then hopefully at the end of round 66 we have enough. I'm going to use a level 3 and a level 7 here. That looks like a good time to level 7 in my opinion. And all we got to do is beat these fortified Moabs. Alright, let's use a level 3. Oh, it's a little close, but we actually have the Spike Factory back. I forgot about that. And now we just need 400 bucks. We should be plenty fine for that. There we go. Permaspike afforded on round 67. Delete that number. So I got the Spike Factory at the end of round 22? Or did I get it before? What round did I get the Spike Factory on? I think I got it at the end of 22. I'm not sure actually. Wait, so if it's... Okay, so it doesn't matter... The village doesn't matter. So if I go here, I can put an alchemist there, okay. And the Spike Factory is getting village buffed, so we'll get jungle drums on that fella. And even when the village is frozen, the permaspike will still get the village buff, so that's good. And then I need to see when. I think it's at the end of the round that the Spike Factory gets frozen on, and then I'll have alch buffs. So I think it's at the end of 72. So at the end of this round, I'll get another alchemist. And then it should freeze up at the same time. Yeah, I forgot to unmute my mic, whoops. Okay, we've made it to round 80, and we have a pretty nice spike pile. We have $17,000 until we can get Spirit of the Forest. Which, low-key with Silas, I might actually want to go for Icicle Impale. I'm not so sure. I could go for Super Brittle as well. But the Icicle Impale wouldn't have camo popping, that's okay. You know what, at this point I should probably get White Hot Spikes. This Alchemist was a little bit of a mistake. And we've got room for about one more tower here. We could do Prince of Darkness. Wait, I can't fit. Yeah, it's gonna have to be a small footprint. So maybe... Man, maybe Super Brittle is the move. You know what? Yeah. Let's get an Embrittlement. We can get a stronger stem. I just can't remember. I think the Alchemist freezes on like... Oh, it doesn't matter when the Embrittlement freezes. Haha, because it doesn't. Oh, I'm so dumb sometimes. That's okay. That is okay. Alright, I'm going to try to use a well-timed level 10 ability. Let's do it right about now. And we can use our Jungle's Bounty ability as well. It's a pretty hefty spike pile, but I'd like to keep it as strong as possible because we still have to have some of it for round 83. I'll use a Cascade, another Jungle's Bounty, and let's see about it. Yeah, it's a pretty good size pile still. And then at the end of round 83, the Spike Factory and the Alchemist should both unthaw at the same time. See, we don't have to worry about ceramics at all in this round, which is good. Oh yeah, I have red hot spikes underneath, yeah. Alright, we have enough money for Super Brittle. I don't know why I didn't get it earlier. That's okay. He doesn't do a ton of base damage, but once the Moabs, or once the ZOMGs turn into BFBs and Moabs, that's when it's time to play. And since the Super Brittle is right next to the Permaspike, it is perfect because everything is debuffed right before they hit the Permaspike. And I wonder... Oh, I totally can. I can get Oh my gosh, I can get an Abyssal Warrior for my Spike Factory to increase the Pierce even more. I'm going to set the target a little bit further back towards the exit so things don't hit it on the loop around like bigger Moab class balloons. And then with our money, we have Super Brittle Permaspike. I literally used Super Brittle Permaspike on Cornfield, which is kind of funny to think about. I could go for a tower like Ultra Juggernaut. Oh, actually, that sounds genius. Should I go for Quick Shot? Yeah, I think I'll go for Quick Shots. I'm gonna go for an Ultra Juggernaut, because why not? You know, why not? Yeah, having it on first I think will be good. Let's see, he's already putting in work. My guy. I don't know, I didn't do this earlier, hello? Only thing with these kind of rounds is it takes forever for the ZOMGs to get down, so this will probably be a longer episode. That's okay. Alright, I'll use a level 3 and a Cascade. And we have level 16 Silas, because we have 3 Ice Tier 3s, leveling him up a little faster. Alright, let's use another level 3. Juggernaut is chugging along. A Cascade ability here will be great. Yeah, that does a good amount of damage. I'll use another level 3, and we have a ton of Moabs coming, but Super Brittle should shred. And let's go now, around 90. That Spike Pile's looking real good now. And no worries because the Permaspike. And then let's just save up for this Ultra Juggernaut. Let's use Cascade here. And there we go, we have it on round 91. And I think, yeah, absolutely. If I get a primary mentoring, I can get camo on him. Let's see, it's not hitting already. That's okay. How's he doing? Oh my gosh, he's doing really well. He is doing really well. Okay, it doesn't matter until I get P mentoring. That's okay. Wow, this Ultra Juggernaut is cooking. Alright, let's use level 10 here just to kind of slow down a little bit. And then we can stall the Super Ceramics just for a little bit. And then let's do a Cascade and then, Cascade's not the ability I meant to use. Yes! The Dart Monkey is getting hit by the P mentoring. Let's go. Let's go. So I can put camo on it. We have a 4-2-0. Beautiful. Now this guy is absolutely cooking. This is such a fun strategy. So we have Super Brittle, U-Jug, and Permaspike. Nothing is getting past the U-Jug or the Super Brittle. And if it does, it's getting killed by the Permaspike. This is awesome. This is such a fun strategy. Alright, the U-Jug is getting frozen on 95 and 96. I think that's okay. The Mermonkey getting frozen doesn't matter. The Spike Factory still gets the buff. And let's just use all our abilities on 95. We're going to have enough Permaspike to be able to pop them all, but I just want to stall a little bit. Also Super Brittle shreds. And I think that the Spike Factory is going to be frozen for 97 and 98. So 98 could be trouble, but then we'll have the U-Jug back. Alright, we can use a nicely well-timed Cascade. And I just want to preserve the Spike Pile as much as I can. So let's go for Monkey Business, Monkey Commerce, and then let's go for a Sabo. And let's stall a little bit. Let's use a level 10. And a Cascade. And a level 3. All the Silas abilities on 96. Yeah, that P-Spike is gonna soak 4 ZOMGs, but they are debuffed. But still 4 ZOMGs. Now we have the U-Jug back. I'm gonna use a Sabo at the beginning of round 97. We can also use a level 3 and a level 7. And we should be able to get this Sabo back for round 98 because... Oh, please stay BFB. Okay, not quite. Now I'm gonna go for a Glue Strike. You guys know me. And let's go for an... Not for an. Let's go for a Snowstorm. Let's just get the cross pass as well. And then I can use a Sabo. Oh, that was level 10. Let's use a Glue Strike. Let's use all our abilities on 98 here. Let's even use our Druid ability. Let's spam the Snowstorm as quickly as possible. Let's use another Glue Strike. Let's use a Snowstorm. Let's use level 3. And we should be in business. We're going to have our Sabo back for 99. And we have our Permaspike back. We can Sabo 99. We can Glue Strike and Snowstorm. And wow, Ultra Juggernaut put in mad work. And now we can just use all our Silas abilities for round 100. Let's use level 3 and level 7. Let's use our Glue Strike. And then all the rest of these abilities are going to be for when the big boy pops. Yeah, the BAD has barely gotten popped, but that's okay because we have a Permaspike. Just wait. We can use another level 3 and level 7. We'll use another Glue Strike. And then as soon as this guy pops, we can use all our slowing abilities. And that's just 2 ZOMGs. That was a first try on Glacial Trail, and we get an Ice Monkey. This game knows ball. Alright, what a fun one on Glacial Trail. And that is the black border. That looks really pretty with the white map. So that was a fun one. The next intermediate map we have is Spring Spring, so we're not really carrying on any icy traditions. Like Quiet Street is really the only intermediate map left that is icy. I think it's the only intermediate map that's icy at all. But why I'm saying we're about to enter the snow zone is because we got Frozen Over next, and then Alpine Run a few episodes down the line. So 3 out of 4 of the next episodes, including this one, are going to be snowy maps. So you guys can look forward to that. But that's it for me today. Thank you guys for watching. I love each and every one of you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.